Hi everyone, my name is Dimitri and welcome back to DimitriTube. Today we are reviewing Love is Blind, episode 8. Sorry about the delay in videos. I took a short hiatus, but now I am back. When it comes to filming for YouTube, I was slacking for a little bit, but now I'm back up on it and I'm determined to make this work. If you're enjoying my videos, please make sure to pound that like button, pound that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. It definitely helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Now on episode 7, we got to meet the parents. I believe this episode, it's gonna be a continuation of meeting the parents and everyone's gonna start doing their fittings and getting ready for the wedding. Let's dive right in and watch.
Ideal world, I would have wanted to have asked for your blessing before I proposed to her.
Now to open this episode, we have Lauren and Cameron. Cameron is meeting Lauren's father for the very first time. So I thought this was kind of weird. Lauren's dad and Cameron started talking, and from the jump, Lauren left them two to talk, which I think that's kind of weird. The conversation between Cameron and Lauren's dad went very well. The only thing Lauren's dad was worried about was Lauren being in an interracial relationship, but other than that, he trusts Lauren and trusts that she'll make the right decision, so the conversation went really well. The only thing I do not like is that Netflix built up Cameron meeting Lauren's dad as if it was gonna be a huge confrontation, and it really wasn't. So in this next scene, we have girls and guys are separated. All the girls are at a wedding boutique getting ready to get fitted for their wedding dresses, and then you have the guys in the suit shop getting ready to get fitted for their suits and tuxes.
Hi. Wow, you guys look glowing.
Vanessa and Nick Lachey both come in to explain the next steps, and it is only 2 more weeks left until they get married. Mark brings along his best friend to the fitting, and Mark's best friend says that Mark is too young to be getting married, and he's a year older than Mark. Honestly, at this point, if my best friend told me they were getting married in 2 weeks, I would do nothing but support them, because at this point, like, the wedding's happening. So the women are trying on wedding dresses, and I think it's kind of weird. All the contestants are there, and they are saying yes or no for the women's wedding dresses, which I think that's kind of weird. I feel like if a woman is picking a wedding dress, it's probably gonna be her best friend, her parents, and maybe a few family members, but to have the other contestants there, I think that's a little weird. I think Netflix just brought them in to make the event a little more exciting. Now, I know you guys are just dying to get an idea of my taste, so I'm gonna go through all the wedding dresses that the girls tried on and give you my thoughts on it. This one that Lauren has on, it's pretty, but I feel like there is a better dress out there for her. The dress that Gigi tried on is absolutely gorgeous and she looks amazing in it. I kind of hope she picks that one. This dress that Amber has on is really pretty, but I will say I don't really like the bottom of it, but also I kind of view it from like a utility perspective. Can you actually dance and have fun in that dress? It almost looks like she can't really move around, but her boobs look amazing in it. This dress that Jessica tried on is ugly. The dress that Kelly tried on, it's pretty, but it's a little too 2001 for me. I prefer something a little more updated. So the dress Gigi picked, she looks amazing in it, but I will say I prefer something a little more over the top for a wedding. This one's just a little too plain for me. This dress that Lauren tried it on is gorgeous. The train on that dress is really pretty, but part of me just feels like there's another dress that is even better for her out there. This dress that Kelly tried on, it's really pretty. Not my favorite dress, but it is very pretty. This second dress Amber picked is absolutely stunning, and she is serving body yaddy yaddy. Now we're seeing a confessional with Amber, and she says for some reason in the back of her head, she's worried that Barnett just isn't gonna show for the wedding day. It's a legitimate fear she's having, but honestly, I just sum it all up to pre-wedding jitters.
They put much thought into that. I don't think you've put much thought into any of it. Oh, yeah.
Y'all, Mark's friend keeps dragging him. Mark says that he never put in any thought into the suit he was gonna wear at his wedding, and then his friend was like, well, you never put thought into anything, did you? So now Mark's best friend is grilling him about his decision to get married from this experiment. Mark's best friend truly wants the best for him, so I completely understand why he's grilling him right now. Mark's response was a very good answer. Mark truly believes in this experiment, and he truly believes you can find love in this way, and he feels like it's a better way to find love, and basically that's how he explains it to his best friend. Again, I wholeheartedly agree with Mark. If you're going to go on this show and you're gonna do an experiment like this, you have to believe in the experiment. The moment you stop believing the experiment, you're not gonna find love. You really cannot be hot and cold for an experiment like this.
Where am I at? Still need time. I'm suffocating. It's okay. marriage?
So now we're seeing Jessica try on this gorgeous dress. This one so far is definitely my favorite, and she is going through all of the emotions right now. And you could tell she's having second thoughts about Mark and having second thoughts about this wedding. Sorry if you see a change in lighting right now. So I filmed part of this yesterday night and I'm filming the rest today, so the lighting may be a little different. And my apologies up front if you hear a background noise. They're doing yard work outside of the apartment, and I swear they've been doing it for like 2 hours straight now, and I only have a short window of time to film, so the show must go on. Also, my dog Rose joined me, so you may see her a little bit in the footage. In this next scene, we have Jessica chilling outside the apartment, and she invites Barnett for a talk.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
From the jump, this is a bad idea. Please, Jessica, stop. No, don't do it. So Jessica starts off by telling Barnett how shocked she is that he's gonna get married to Amber and that she never pictured Amber and Barnett together. The way she's explaining it, it's coming off very, what's the word? Pathetic. It's making her look a little pathetic. And I'm very much like, okay, get to the point. Like, why did you bring Barnett here today? Barnett brings up his birthday again, where Jessica and him talk, and Jessica mentions that she's having some second thoughts about Mark. Barnett then goes on to say that he felt like Jessica was having second thoughts about him, and then Amber felt the same way. And when Barnett presents this information to Jessica, Jessica is completely shocked. She has no idea. And honestly, I think she's faking it. I 100% think she's faking it, and this is not out of the blue, but she's playing like it's out of the blue. So Jessica and Barnett clear the air, and then Jessica says that she realizes that she is done with the interactions with Barnett and that Mark is the guy for her and he is her rock. But what I don't understand is, if Mark is your rock, why do you go back to Barnett for clarity? Like, that makes no sense. Now we're seeing Giannina and Damien. They went to the gym in their apartment building, and now they're talking after a workout.
Are you on your phone?
Giannina is trying to have a conversation with Damien. He's on his phone, and Giannina gets upset about him being on his phone when she's trying to have a conversation, and then it leads to an argument. At the beginning of this argument, I'm definitely team Giannina. I have the same problem. If I'm talking to someone, please look like or act like you're listening to me. I hate when I'm talking to someone and they're just sitting there on their phone. Like, if I'm trying to talk to you and you're just like this, it will literally drive me nuts. This fight that Giannina and Damien had was such a millennial fight. Damien accuses Giannina of always being on her phone and not paying attention to him. And then Giannina says, well, if I'm on my phone and I'm on social media, those are two different things, which they're kind of not. Like, if you're on your phone, you're on your phone. But Damien just puts it out there that he does not want to be second fiddle to Giannina's social media. And that's the way she's always on her phone. That's how it makes him feel. And I really can't be mad at Damien for putting that out there and being honest with her about that. Now we're seeing Barnett and Amber. They're at a restaurant having a nice lunch or dinner. We'll say lunch.
You look like your day was wonderful. I don't know what she does all day.
Barnett has returned to work, Amber has not. Barnett says that since they've gotten back into the real world, Amber has not started working again. But honestly, they never said what Amber was doing before the show started airing. I don't even know what she did for work before that. Yes. Finally, I had been wondering this for a long time. I was wondering who pays for the wedding. Like, I wasn't sure if Netflix footed the bill or if the contestants themselves foot the bill. And I think it's the contestants. Amber mentions that after getting the alterations for her dress, the numbers came back and she's over budget. She said she went over by $400. So I'm guessing they have to pay for the wedding themselves. And then Amber says she's already $400 over budget, but she still has to get a cake. Honestly, if it was me, I would say, I guess we're getting a sheet cake from Costco. We're already $400 over budget. Like, why are we worrying about a cake? So since Amber is not working, all the pressure is on Barnett to, like, I guess pay for the wedding, since Amber doesn't want to ask her mom for help. And I feel for Barnett. Like he says, it's a lot of pressure to be the breadwinner. Now we're seeing Cameron and Lauren. They're in the apartment going over their wedding guest list.
Okay. I still have a lot of family and friends to tell.
Lauren tells Cameron that she has not told all of her guests about the wedding yet. She hasn't because she doesn't like explaining herself to people. Now, if I was one of Lauren's potential guests and she told me about the wedding 8 days beforehand, like, I'd be a little upset. Lauren, I get it. It sucks having to explain yourself, but if I'm your guest and you invite me to the wedding, I have to be there in 8 days. I'd be kind of ticked off because it's a lot to get ready for a wedding. Like, I have to try on my suit, make sure my suit fits. Do I need to get a wedding gift? Do I need to bring a date to the wedding? I have a dog. If this wedding is out of town, I probably need to get a dog sitter. Like, it's just a lot of logistics that come with going to a wedding. Actually, now that I think about it, it makes a little more sense that Netflix would have them pay for the weddings because then there's a little more skin in the game. If Netflix just paid for the wedding, the contestants could literally just show up and just bow out and be like, wait, never mind, I don't want to marry this person. But when they force them to pay for it, it's a little more like, wow, I've spent all this money on a wedding. Like, very much it's a little more skin in the game. One of the things that I liked best about Lauren and Cameron is both of them were 100% completely committed to this process. They believe that you can find love this way. They believe in getting married this way. They believe in finding love. That's part of the reason that they work. This is the first time we're seeing one of them have hesitations. And I kind of feel bad for Cameron because Cameron's 100% in. He's ready for this. And I want Lauren to be there too. Like, I think they can work. It's just, you have to be committed to this process. Now we're seeing Mark and Jessica again. They're at their apartment and Mark has set up this like picnic for both of them.
Tonight, I have something special set up for Jessica. We're starting to feel the reality of everything and everything.
He has wine, some dinner, he laid out the pillows, and he did one in the living room and then another in the bedroom. He set it up like the pods. He put rose petals everywhere. This is so sweet and so adorable. I love that Mark did this, and I've probably said this a million times, but Jessica does not deserve him. Also, I forgot to mention, both Mark and Jessica have on really cute outfits right now. Jessica starts talking and then she tells Mark the story about her mom and her first marriage, and it's like a very sad story about a marriage that doesn't work out and how her father almost wanted to have her aborted, and she opens up to him. Now, the story was very moving and very sad, but I'm starting to realize it's weird how Jessica can connect with Mark when they're not face to face, but when they're face to face, it's so hard for her to connect. It almost makes me feel like I don't say this often, but she truly may need like a therapist. I don't think this process is really what she needs. Check up on that mental health, girl. Now we're seeing Giannina and Damian on a dinner date. They definitely seem way more calm than the last time we checked in with them.
Since we've gotten back,
Why did Netflix film it like that? So Damian is literally pouring his soul out to Giannina right now and all of his feelings, and then she goes and picks up her phone and Netflix plays some dramatic music and zooms in on her picking up her phone. They did not have to do it like that. Now, I will say, if I'm ever on a date, I typically put my phone down and I do not check it. The only time I'll check it is maybe if they run to the bathroom, because I like to give that person my full attention and I want to make sure they see that I'm giving them my full attention. Damian airs some of his pet peeves about Gigi. Gigi realizes that some of the things that she does are not healthy for a relationship and she wants to improve on those things. I just love this date and the fact that they were able to communicate about this and work through it. Lauren's having a lunch date with one of her best friends and she's explaining how she went through the Love is Blind process.
So what would you say like the biggest difference with dating between the two?
He's corny. Now we're seeing Amber and Barnett again. They're in the apartment making dinner.
Families have never had to deal with this before, so we have no clue what to expect.
Amber is asking Barnett a lot of what if questions, very much like, what if your parents didn't like me? What would you have done? What if your parents don't want to come to the wedding? How would you react? So I just don't like when people ask questions like that because we don't live in a what if type of world. Let's deal with what we're given. Like, why create these unreal scenarios that are gonna stress us out when we don't have to? Amber says whenever it comes to Barnett and his family, if she's ever wrong, back me up in front of them, but in private, let me know that I was wrong. I understand her reasoning for doing this. She wants to show a strong front and no cracks in the relationship. I won't say that I agree with it, but it's a reasonable stance to have in a relationship if you want to keep a strong foundation in a relationship. Like, that's how she feels is the best way to keep a strong relationship. And I can't be mad at her for standing her ground. And then some dramatic music plays, and that is the end of the episode. On the next episode, it's going to be the Bachelor and the Bachelorette parties. Hopefully that can bring some of the messiness I'm looking for. If you enjoyed this review, please pound that like button, pound that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.